Hey everybody, this is Captain Kyle. I'm at the Winter Pop and Comic Wonderland. I'm here with Santiago Cirilo from The Walking Dead and a number of other things. How are you doing? How are you enjoying the con?
Doing well, brother, doing well. Captain Kyle, I am doing fantastic. I cannot say anything negative about you, Captain.
That's because I put on the eye patch and you get scared because I'm the governor.
Yes, the governor. Actually, I am Santiago Cirilo from Season 4 of The Walking Dead, a.k.a. Julio, but I am also in a lot of great stuff that I'm working on, so.
And we're going to talk about that, absolutely.
Of course, Captain Kyle.
But before we talk about your stuff, we got to talk about my stuff. Is that all right?
That's a personal problem with you there, Captain. Talk about your stuff.
Well, I'm not going to talk about that stuff. We are family friendly.
Family, yes, friendly.
So, you look around.
Yes.
You see some people in some very interesting costumes. These are people are called cosplayers. What do you think of these cosplayers?
I love them. You know, the great things about cosplay literally is that when we do Comic Cons or these festivals, it's like a group of geeks and nerds that get to express themselves and live and personally me a real reality world. Me as a child, I grew up loving comics and dressing up. I got my name tattooed, Kryptonian, on my arm. And I was bullied a lot when I was a child, you know, just because I wasn't too much involved in the so-called their world. So, man, when we see cosplayers and all these great artists showing their wonderful work, man, it just brings like a great family together, and I honor them. They work so hard, man. There's some of them that do cosplays that take a year just for them to show it to everybody. Fantastic, man. Great gifts. Great gifts.
Well, that's great. And as someone who's also been, you know, in the same situation, gotten bullied because I'm not into the mainstream stuff.
Right.
So we're like brothers from another mother.
Hey, that's how we do it. My brother from another mother, huh? But you're the governor that attacked the jail, and I just didn't appreciate that.
Well, you got shot in the back. You might still be alive.
I might. You never know. You never know where Julio might be. I might actually be running to prison right now, this very instant.
Well, if so, I'm going to have to come back to life and put an end to you.
That would be a challenge.
Yeah, this isn't like normal comic books where everyone comes back to life. This is pretty much you're dead, you're dead.
Yeah, in this world, either if you're not a walker, you're probably around doing something. You never know. Growing corn in the fields. Cutting the grass for the season.
Yeah, that's a big question. You go to all these places that have been abandoned for years, and the grass is cut. Who is cutting this grass?
Well, the rumor is the person that's cutting the grass in The Walking Dead and all the seasons is Harry the Zombie. He's actually tied up on a John Deere motor that is solar powered, so he just goes everywhere. And it's got a little smart app on there where if he's going to a tree, it's like a bumper. He'll move out of the way. Or if he's going over a cliff, it'll just reverse automatically. So he's out there doing some great things with that John Deere.
So he's there on the John Deere looking around and going,
Think about it, great labor. You don't have to feed him or nothing. The best part, maybe a bird might fly in his mouth and he gets fed a little bit. But, you know, other than that, he's collecting mosquitoes as he's cutting.
Well, and that cuts down on the mosquito population. So back to cosplay for a moment. If you were going to come to a con, which I imagine you might have in your younger days, come not as a guest but as an attendee.
Yes.
What would you cosplay?
Well, personally, I am a big DC fan. And two things I would cosplay that will fit my beautiful Puerto Rican heritage would be Green Lantern or Shazam, dedicated to my daughter because I got her into comics and everything, and she fell in love with Shazam. The reason why it's a teenage kid who still becomes a grown-up, but is still a teenage kid in mind. So I love it.
Kind of like Instant Big, like that Tom Hanks movie.
Big. I wish I was big. Yes, definitely.
So do you call him Shazam or do you call him Captain Marvel, his original name?
I am back in the 70s days. I've grown up to notice him as a Captain Marvel. Sorry, Marvel Comics, but it is Captain Marvel. And because of business and money, of course, forced to be called Shazam. If people didn't know, the actual Shazam is the wizard Shazam who gives Captain Marvel his powers.
So you are quite knowledgeable about DC Comics. I'm kind of impressed.
Yay! I've got a great collection. I still collect. I have collections since the late '70s of comics. So I'm very well. And as sad to say, I know Marvel history too. But I love it. You know, the whole Marvel and DC stuff that's happening, whether it's animation or movies, is something that me as a child was ready or dying and always begging for to come to the big screen and to, you know, be out there more for us nerds and geeks, you know. So it's great. I'm enjoying every minute of it.
I think we all are because, yeah, it's like a whole new superhero plethora of things for us to get into.
Yes. And you never grow old in cosplay and Comic-Cons. You're a child at heart, but you're a great, great fan. You're a great entertainer. And like I said, man, it's a family. It's literally a family out here.
Absolutely. And I'm going to live forever because I'm always going to be in cosplay. Anyways, so what have you got going on right now?
I am actually right now, I'm filming season 5 of the new CMT Nashville. And I am doing a movie called Inuati with directed by Rashad Santiago, who was on the season 6 winner for Sci-Fi's Face Off, and written and produced by Rick Prince, who was a contestant on Sci-Fi Face Off, along with some great people, Tolan's FX, who worked on the Nolan's Batman Bane mask. We have some fabulous stories, but it's a dedication to all the horror fans out there as we bring a little bit of the Creature from the Black Lagoon, a little bit of Predator, a little bit of Aliens. We go real deep into it, but it's a great film that's going to be out in theaters next year, and we're still filming it. We got a little bit in March to do. The great part is that we film it all under a rain machine. The creature is based pretty much that it lives off water. So it's constant raining in the whole movie and everything. It's really great stuff. Really great stuff.
Do you find this helps with your skin?
Yes. I get a little wrinkly sometimes staying out there in the water. And when I dry, sometimes I feel like I'm getting them gills coming out. The Man from Atlantis, back in the old days shows, you know.
So where can people follow your stuff online? Where's your social media?
Man, social media, Santiago Cirilo, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I have a lot of great things, including the projects I'm involved with. One dear to my heart is I'm a United States Army infantry veteran. I got a movie that I'm trying to get out called A Veteran's Homecoming, and it's specifically for veterans who are battling with PTSD, homeless veterans, and movie is going to be made with about 80% of cast and crew military veterans. And it's to be released not just in theaters, but also in retirement homes for veterans, veterans hospitals overseas. If you didn't know, 20 to 22 military veterans die every day of suicide, and we're trying to cut that number down to 0.
Well, that would be awesome. And thank you, of course, for all your service.
Oh, thank you. You know, it's an honor. It's an honor, definitely.
And we definitely want to recognize not just you, but all the veterans who are going through a tough time because they defended our freedoms.
Yes, it's really hard to adapt. It's really hard to adapt to the world again. And I hope everybody's out there that can go in, like the page, share it. There is money involved to either donate or whatever. But, you know, I just want the world to know what's going on with our veterans.
So what is the address for them to go to the website?
Oh, yeah, it's a Veterans Homecoming. It's on Facebook, a veterans film. You could Google it. You could Google my name. Everything will pop up with it. It's all attached through all the social media and so forth.
We'll put a link down here, too.
Do it, man. Do it. Hiya! Live life, baby. Follow your dreams. Never give up. Be always a geek.
Truer words were never spoken.
That's right. And if you really love it, get involved with Stark Energy Drink. One of my drinks that's healthy for life, man, giving great things for people.
Is this made by Tony Stark?
No, it's not made by Tony Stark, but Tony Stark does drink the stuff. And if you see the logo, if all you Game of Thrones fans, you might get addicted to that drink also.
Well, it's good in winter because winter is coming.
Winter is coming, and Santa or Krampus is on his way.
I'm not sure whether to be happy or not. So we have a couple quick questions we need to ask you. Very, very serious.
Sure.
Are you ready?
Serious face on.
All right. What is your favorite ice cream flavor?
Caramel. Anything with caramel. Pralines and cream.
Pralines and cream?
Cream.
Are we rolling our R's?
Yes, we are rolling our R's.
Pralines and cream. Well, very, very cool. Next, very, very important question.
Serious face.
When you were young, which we all were at some point, and you needed to make some extra money, what did you do? Were you a paper boy? Did you mow lawn? What did you do for money?
I was raised in Cleveland, Ohio, or Lorain, Ohio. During the shores of Lake Erie, I shoveled snow. I cut grass. I also did a lot of paper bag boy, and I also was a paper boy. So it was, I did a lot of different kind of things.
So you were always a go-getter.
Always a go-getter. Networking, entrepreneur since I was a kid. And my main ambition is always to give back and save lives.
Well, that's a great ambition. All right, final question.
Serious face again.
If you could travel through time to any period and live there, not forever, because you might want to come back, but if you could live in a time for maybe a year in any era, when would you want to live?
Man, that is a good question. Good question. There's two eras. For me, the 40s and the 70s.
Okay, why the 40s first?
Well, the 40s is because I'm involved. I'm so in love with a lot of history in the 40s, 50s, some of the 20s. But the 40s is the style of clothes, pretty much. The style of the way people have it. In the same way in the 70s, 40s kind of like 20s, 30s, and 40s was more gangsterish, suits, all that stuff. And then the 70s is more of the free world and literally the change of, you could tell like the change of a different generation. Because it was always straight generation, suits, church life kind of deal, always straight. You get in the 70s, late 60s, the world is changing.
Are you wearing bell bottoms now?
I am not, but they are jeans somewhat, but I have the suede Pumas on.
All right, that's very cool. Well, thank you so much for spending some time with us.
Thank you, sir. I really am honored to be out here. Really am honored.
Would you like to say anything to your fans out there?
Live life, follow your dreams, never give up. If it hurts, that means you're ready to succeed. Always, always. You got talent, and it's always good to express that talent to the world, whether it's singing, acting, drawing, art, sports, no matter what. If you're a geek and a nerd and you think that you're getting bullied and so forth, remember this. There would never exist a cell phone, a person in the moon, a camera, the invention of a car, computers, because the geeks and the nerds invented it. So live life. You always on top, you guys. Always on top. And cosplay your life out.
Absolutely. The geeks shall inherit the earth.
We will. We so will.
Santiago,
brother,
thanks so much.
It's an honor, brother. It's an honor.
That's all we have for now. And as always, have fun and cosplay on.
Hi-ya!